What's going on, guys? We'll be using our little Franken soap today. In that Franken soap is Mitchell's Wool Fat. We also have Arco. You can see I grated a little bit of Arco in there. The classic shaving bacon scented soap. Also a little bit of that is in there. And then we topped it off with probably top 2, maybe top 3 worst shaving soaps / creams I've ever used. And that's the Duke Cannon not so superior grade. Okay. So all of that is in this. You would have seen me make that in the video before. And if you haven't seen that, you can go watch that now. I will be shaving with my Ming Shi. It's like the Mercure Future clone. That's what it is. You know, whatever. I think the handle on the actual Future is a little longer, but other than that, I think they're pretty much the same. I mean, obviously different materials, but as far as the function, it's gonna work the same. Brand new Voskhod blade. That's what we'll throw into this thing. These are Teflon coated, and I've always known that, but I've never really taken, I've never really paid too much attention and thought about, like, when I'm getting good shaves with blades or not good shaves. I don't think the Teflon coated blades work well for me. All right, so that's good as far as the set. We will go with, let's see, what are we at right now? We're at setting 1. We're gonna bump it up to 4. So I don't know if that's gonna pick it up or not. It might pick up my fat face, but that's it for 4. So, all right. For the brush, we will go with the Maggard Boar. I'm sorry, Badger. I have Boar on the mind. All right. And we're just going right in there. Yeah, I was talking to Lingophile about I can't pick out a specific scent, truthfully. It's more just like I don't get any bacon whatsoever. I thought that would be like the predominantly smelled scent in this, but I was talking to Lingophile about brushes, and he may be getting something specific. And anyways, yeah. So I told him that this has more backbone than my Boar brush. Anyways, so, but I think that's like a really, really good load. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't feel like I picked up that much soap, but that's heavy. So we'll go with that. We'll just see. If it doesn't work, I don't have any other soaps in here, but we could we'll figure something out. Wet my face a little bit. Where's my towel? And since this doesn't really have like a really, I don't know, it's an odd scent. Not an odd scent. It's like a clean scent, but it's not a clean I don't know. It's just a different scent. Never smelled before. So, all right. Well, I think it was dissipating on the right side of my cheek. So that means that we have a healthy dose of Mitchell's Wool Fat, and I actually put, I think, a little more than half of the Duke Cannon sample tub into this. So whatever was left, which I think was a little bit more than half. I'm sure it's gonna work just fine. I mean, as far as slickness and everything. And actually, it doesn't even look that bad. I thought it was dissipating before, and I think it still is. It's just not as bad, maybe, with all of the other soaps in here. All right, so that's where we'll keep it. Still a ton in the brush. That's what I was telling LP, was that if I had to get another Maggard, I would get the super high density knot, because that's gonna add to the backbone of the razor or of the brush. But I don't think I would get the fan. I think the fan knot, and you can see we're not really dissipating too much. We do have kind of big bubbles in there, but Yeah, I think the ball knot would be better with hogging the lather than the fan is for me. Because the fan knot definitely hogs a little bit. First pass did not really change. Still the same. I would say it's very mild. And it's difficult to pick out anything. Definitely slick enough though. And you could tell I'm not using a straight this shave. That's by design. I did not want to have any risk of, like I said, I knew this was going to be slick. I just didn't know if it was going to be protective, like build up a nice layer with all these different soaps. But at this point, I do think I'd be comfortable with using a straight after that first pass with this soap. I think it would be okay. My hands are super slippery. I have an old face cloth that I use for like when I'm shaving with a straight and whatnot, drying my blades between passes and whatnot. So that's what I'm using for this. I don't have the Mercury Future. But this Ming Shi clone of the Mercury Future, it works perfectly fine for me. I have no complaints about it. If you were to get soap on the handle, there's no texture there, but I also don't think on the Future that there's any texture there either, on the handle itself. So, if you get soap on there, it's going to get a little slippery. But, other than that, wow, my face feels good as far as like post-shave goes. Other than the texture on the handle, it's not bad at all. Enough residual slickness. Good. I was trying to think, is there any downside to me basically grading up the entire Mitchell's Wolfat puck? The rest of the Arco stick, probably another third of the classic shaving puck, and then I don't have any more Duke Cannon, so I'll just leave that out. But I was thinking, is there any downside? And heck no, there's not, because I think I have 4 more. No, I purchased 6. I have 5 and a half more sticks of the Arco soap. So I'm not really losing anything there, and that's readily available. I can buy that anytime. I can buy any of these soaps anytime, but I really just want to get rid of the Mitchell's Wolfat, to be honest, because, I don't know, it's just, the puck I have is just not a good scent. It's not a good soap, rather. And I've had so many people message me and basically confirm that theirs is doing the exact same thing. And they also, someone linked me an article to the manufacturer of Mitchell's Wolfat, and they even admit that they had several batches go out. I think it was between 2018 and 2019 in the same area, at the same time that I purchased mine. They had several batches go out to different retailers. I bought mine from Amazon, and yeah, that they're aware of the issue. Now, that same guy that sent me that said that he reached out to ask them for a better, one of their non-defective pucks, and he has not heard back from them. So I don't think I'm going to even bother with that, honestly. It's not worth my time. But there's a lot of guys that watch my videos specifically with the Mitchell's Wolfat soaps in them, because they either want to see how somebody else lathers them, if it's working for them, or no. I just think that they're just all duds at this point, so that's my 2 cents. And then my mind wanders when when I'm thinking of specific things. So something I also thought of, how do these artisans handle quality control, right? So, do they have somebody that pulls a soap from every batch or every couple of batches? And lather them? Is that how it works? That would make sense to me. Pulling a puck or maybe even a couple of pucks out of every single batch and test lathering. Is this lathering as it does before? Put it on your face. Is it working? If they're not doing that, then what's the other metrics? I'm assuming that they have the same ingredients every single batch. It's probably just maybe temperature that changes, or I'm not a soap maker. I don't know what would affect the soap as it has in Mitchell's Wolfat, but something that to that effect. I mean, I don't know. I would assume that they would test their lathers, but apparently that's not the case. If I was a soap maker, I'd want to test my lathers. I'd be worried about sending out a bad batch. We're tugging on this Vashgad. Vashgad? Yeah, it's tugging a little bit. Which is standard for my beard. It's just after the first couple of passes. Some razors can't even do first couple of passes. It's just like on the second pass, it's tugging already. I mean, the residual slickness is in the soap. Slickness, period, is perfectly fine with the soap, which you'd expect, all of these soaps all the soaps that I have mixed in here, as far as slickness, are perfect by themselves, even Mitchell's Wolfat. I'm expecting a really good post shave in this. Must have had a little weeper there. All right. is it. Do a cold water rinse. And yeah, I picked a good smelling aftershave so I don't know, it's just part of the thing. Unless I'm testing a soap for a specific reason to test the post shave, I always like to have a little smell good aftershave. Rose petal. Whew. All right, and to finish her off, something that I really love. If I could dry it off enough. Asian Pear. Ariana and Evan's Asian Pear. Ariana, you tell me, but one day I say it one way and another day I'll say it another day, so you'll hear me say it both ways on videos. Ooh. This is such a nice scent compared to everything else I have. And on a scale of 1 to 10 between this and Asian Plum, this is a 10, that's a 1. Again, it's like the initial Asian, and I keep harping on this, but I'm really disappointed in it. I really am. You know, initially Asian Plum has a really good sweet and tangy scent. And then after like half a second or a second, it's just like, it's nothing but like tart, like bitterness. And it's just, it's a turn off. Whew. So that's the shave. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, you know, this soap, I must keep it around. I'm going to rinse it out really quick, let it dry, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to toss it. I initially thought I was going to toss it if it wasn't good, but it's perfectly fine. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next shave.